What's up, everybody? Today we're back on Black Mountain, Montana, and I'm trying out this, continuing to try out this new trailer by Bandit Booker Modding, excuse me. Bandit Booker Modding is where I got these trailers from. And this Peterbilt truck is by, it was Zombie Dogs. I think that turned into, maybe TMG, I can't remember now. Anyway, I souped it up a bit. Basically, pretty much doubled the horsepower because I thought it was underpowered, and when I got to looking at the XML for this truck, all the engine specs and stuff I think were about the same. Which, I mean, if you're going to spend $90,000 for an upgraded engine, it needs to have some upgraded power, so I went ahead and added a bunch of power to it. Almost doubled it. Anyway, we're going to get this new truck and trailer up to the job site. See if we can't get us some logs down the mountain today. If I can keep it on the road. And if I remember correctly, our sawmill is in great demand for logs. We didn't make sure we get some logs on down the hill this time. But I was wanting to try out these trailers and see how they do with these logs, because the FDR equipment just wasn't really cutting it. FDR always optimizes his equipment for his trees, which he has modified, so they don't always work out. But we'll try out this trailer and see how it does with the logs, and if it works better, then we'll use it. Let's see. Yeah, I think I went the right way. It's been so long since I played this map. Well, I've been keeping my ears to the ground about the new Farming Simulator 19 that they've announced. I was watching a little video interview with, I guess, one of the game creators or whatever, and you know, he kind of tiptoed around some stuff. Didn't really name a whole lot of things. He did talk about the game engine's going to be upgraded, but I mean, don't get your hopes up for that, because it seems like they've said that every time, and what we end up getting is just something slightly better than the last one, so it's not going to be a huge improvement. Now, they're talking about some major graphics updates and stuff, but, you know, we'll see. One thing that did catch my attention, though, which I think is pretty neat, and then we'll look here in a minute whenever I get up here to the landing, but they talked about how the clouds are actually going to move, you know. With this game, the clouds pretty much stay static, and then as the sky changes, then of course the clouds change, but the clouds don't really move. And they talked about the clouds moving, the sun moving, all that neat stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Looks like I need to get that down the hill. Alright, so I'm just going to park this truck over here by this FDR truck, and we'll use this trailer next time. But, okay, so let's take a look. See, the clouds are not moving at all, and I think the way they move is, of course, I've got it on real time, it's not sped up, but I think the whole image itself moves, or the sky just kind of changes into different pictures, you know, and the clouds aren't really moving. So that's what they're talking about, doing that. But, you know, as far as like major graphics updates, I don't know. I'll see it when I'll believe it when I see it, I guess. But I'm not expecting anything hugely game changing. You know, I was reading some comments on one of the Facebook pages. I think it was Facebook, the Facebook Farming Simulator Loggers group. Was somebody was talking about are you excited for the next game? And the overwhelming response was that not really, because I mean one of the arguments made was, why don't they release a new game, like say every 4 years instead of every 2 years? I mean, because by the time, like right now, I think Farming Simulator 17 is really kind of peaking, Like, we've got a lot of great mods. There's a lot of mods that were in Farming Simulator 15 that are now getting converted over to 17, and they're already announced 19. Like, why don't they just go ahead and hold off on releasing a new game until every 4 years, to give all the modders time to get great stuff out there for us to enjoy the game with all these great mods, and then they throw another game down our throat. It's like, just give us time to enjoy the game and get some great mods out there, and I don't know. And then maybe every 4 years, so the modders have time to catch up on the new technology and stuff. Why don't you announce it like a year or two before, and then start putting out tutorial videos and stuff, so we can learn how to manipulate the new stuff. I don't know, it's just some pretty good arguments there that I really wish they'd wait and give the modders time to kind of catch up and learn the new stuff and put out some really great things. Not only the modders, but Giants themselves. I mean, how much would we like to see deformable terrain, like where you can dig with a excavator or something and actually deform the earth? That'd be really cool. Or what I was always thinking about was, what if you kind of took Farming Simulator and Spin Tires and kind of mashed it together? Like, maybe not have the mud quite as deep as Spin Tires, but like, when it rains, like this road right here is just kind of dirt. When it rains, make it really slick so that your trucks lose traction, kind of like whenever you hit these mud spots right here. If you look, it's not really moving as fast as when it hits the dry ground. That'd be really neat. Maybe that'll be like Farming Simulator 21. They'll have finally get deformable terrain and mud and stuff built into the game. We can only hope. I really don't care for this trailer, but it's about the only one that I could use with this truck. Well, no, actually, it's got the fifth one. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I guess I just bought these because, well, I don't know why I bought these. I've got other better mods. I may have to switch these out. Maybe it was money or something. I don't know. I can't remember now. It's been too long. Oh, never mind. I know why I bought these. So we could hauling behind the tractors with the attachments, the wood chipper and the sawdust collector thing. That's when we bought these. And then instead of having to use a tractor to haul it down there, I had this truck with the attacher on the back where I could just hook it up and go. Yeah, see there's a tractor right there. I can hook that up too. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Why is that smoking? Oh, it's filling. Oh, it's filling up. Okay, I was like, what in the world is that doing smoking? Didn't see that filling up. Wow, that had a lot in there. Thing's still going. Alright, let's see. Where are we at here? Do we have anything to skid up? Surely we do. What I'd like to do is fill this trailer up this time and see how it does. And I'm going to have to switch out this IMT skidder for the John Deere cable skidder. I really like using it now. Well, it looks like we don't have too much to skid up. I'm going to cut some more trees down. Uh-oh. Just hit a stump in the bushes, can't see. Alright, so we'll just hop over here in the fellow buncher and get a few more trees cut. We'll kind of stick close to the edge of this field here so we don't have to worry about going down the mountain. I think I was actually not wanting to go down this direction, so I had marked off an area to cut. You see the red marks on the trees over there. Boy, I thought I was popping a wheelie. These trees are heavy. Wow. Those trees are some kind of heavy. In fact, what I may end up doing is just cutting them and dropping them. I don't know. I was hoping to pile them up, but if those things are going to be like that, I meant to just cut them and drop them. Problem is, there's such dense vegetation in here. It's hard to see. Alright, that didn't work out as planned. Let me try going down this way and coming back up. I think trying to cut downhill is not working out. I think that's proper technique. Of course, I'd gotten away from using the fellow buncher on this steep hill because it's just so steep. I was cutting with a chainsaw. I don't think this cab tilts on this machine. I don't believe it does. Let me check and see. No, I don't think so. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. And of course I'm upside down, so I can't remember which way goes which. There we go. Well, I knew it was risky cutting on that side of the hill right there, but I thought if I just cut it and dropped it, but it took off on me as soon as I cut it. Yeah, we'll go back up this way this time. You know, I haven't flipped over one of these machines in a long time. These trees are just so heavy. I'm used to using the trees that are on FDR's maps, so like Pacific Inlet, and even some of the other maps, they aren't quite this heavy. So I'm not sure what's up with this, if they added weight to the trees or what, but something's a little different. Alright, we'll just cut a couple more trees here, about these last 3 I see, and then that'll probably be enough to get us loaded. We'll work on getting them skidded up and processed. Yep. Should have went the other way. Alright, let's see if we can get this truck loaded. I don't think we've got quite enough, but maybe we'll have enough to get us at least 2 bunks done, probably. Almost got a little greedy on that one. Had too many on there. Just about tipped me over. Yeah, let's see here. I better not put too many more on that second bunk. Put a couple big ones on there. That'll be about it. And I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and lock these down too. I don't want to take the risk of accidentally tipping this whole thing over, because it has happened. Well, I didn't get those logs in the claw very good. And with that headache rack back there, it's a bit tricky. Take a smaller grab this time. Had too much on there. Well, if I can even get anything. Big pile of sawdust. Well, however many trees this was that we processed up, that just about right. Probably could have used just one more tree, then I would have had it a full load, you know, full good load. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this last piece on there, and then we're headed down the mountain. Got a bit far away. Alright, that'll do it. And let's lock this one down. Let's see how this truck does with this trailer full of logs. Well, is it not starting? Yeah, see, this trailer handled these logs really nicely. The FDR triple bunk, was it triple? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, or maybe it's just a 2 bunk, can't remember now. Anyway, the big long FDR trailer, it had some problems, so the trees were all bouncing around in there, and this one looks rock steady. I mean, the trees didn't have a problem. I noticed before when I was using this trailer on a different map that it seemed to be real stable. So I think we found us a pretty good setup here. Of course, there's a tree in the road. See, I also didn't want to load the back two bunks up too much because that one really gets to moving around. This one up here near the fifth wheel on the back of the truck, it doesn't really rock around all that much, but that back one, it sure gets to rocking. And once that happens, if you hit a bump the wrong way, you're tipped over. But I think we're pretty good the rest of the way down if I can just keep the speed pretty reasonable. Oh, almost busted it right there. Got going a little too fast. But yeah, you probably saw the cones back there. If you haven't been watching this series, I put up little cones so I can direct myself as to which way to go, so I don't have to keep having the little mini map open. While I'm headed down the mountain, I would like to remind everybody to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. As you probably know by now, YouTube changed their policy on which channels can get monetized, and you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and I think it's 4,000 minutes of watch time per month, I think. But yeah, if you don't mind, if you like the content so far and like the logging videos on here on Farming Simulator 17, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Help me out. Get my videos monetized again so I can, you know, recoup a little bit of my time and expenses. Because there's a few expenses, you know, like when joysticks go out or hard drive fails in my computer. Got to get new stuff. So you know, it takes a little money to run this show here. And let's see, what did we do last time? I think we just offloading. Well, I think my grandpa loader's a bit in the way. I kind of wish this map had a lumber production. I don't think this one, does this map, let's see, I can't remember now. I think this one's just a straight up sell point. Yeah, that's what this one is. I wonder if I could add one to it. That'd be, you know, it's kind of neat. It takes forever though for those things, but it's kind of neat running the well, where'd my mouse go? Running the lumber production, because you gotta, you know, actually you're producing something. But we'll just go ahead and sell all this wood. Oh, well, golly, higher than I thought. And the sawmill is in great demand, so let's look at the prices real quick. Let's see, Stanton's sawmill, second one from the bottom. So yeah, we're at 318. It's kind of leveled off now, but you know, we sold some wood chips and now we just sold some wood, so that's probably why it's leveled. And it's seemed like it's probably been a minute too since it went into great demand, so it's probably just leveled off now. I kind of wish that was lower. Can't even really get my grapple over there good, and it's already sold. maybe we can get up to about $1 million, or back up to $1 million. I bought this truck and trailer. We were over $1 million. Had about 1.2, I think. And this truck alone was 200 and something thousand with the engine upgrade, and then the trailer I think was about 40. That's both pieces was about 40. You can buy them separate. You can buy them separately. Well, there's $1 million. Yeah, I got greedy again on that one. Now you know what? Since we're here and I have not tried this ever yet, let's try something here. I think you probably have to unlock this. Yeah, do it that way. Most likely, I haven't. Let's try this and see. You're supposed to be able to stack these things. Well, I didn't get a good grab on that. Let's try that again. Well, I'm not doing a very good job. Yeah, it's sort of harder than it looks. Not quite sure though that I'm supposed to have it unhooked. And it may not work with the headache rack on there, I'm not really sure. Yeah, let me see if I can get it untangled and then we'll try something different. Oh, I just thought that'd be fun, but I'll have to look at that and see again. And I may not have to have it unattached, because those support feet that are down there seems to be kind of in the way. But it would seem like you would need to have it unattached. Okay, so let's try not unattaching it and see what happens. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work either. Alright, well, never mind. Maybe we can figure that out for next time. I don't feel like fooling with it anymore. Alright, let's get this truck back up the hill, and that'll be about all the time we got for today. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and whip it around, and I'm just going to go ahead and sign off because we're running pretty short on time today. But anyway, we got some logs down at the sawmill, and it's like we've leveled off on the great demand, so I may end up having to start storing some stuff until it goes back in the great demand again. But anyway, we may sell some and then wait for the prices to drop and then store it. But hope you enjoyed this episode of Black Mountain, Montana. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Y'all have a good one.